Hello, everyone. It is Kenyon here. It is Basketball Rewind. And guess what? We are going to be covering the best sport right now, which is basketball. It is the FIBA AmeriCup. It is on right now, and we are going to kind of cover some of the things that are going on because Canada just played their first game and they just won, lo and behold. So, without a further ado, let's get into it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull this up on the screen and we're going to go through some of what is going on right here with the FIBA AmeriCup. So I have some of these links already kind of pre-done up, so we can easily just kind of go through them. Some of the stuff I won't play because obviously I don't want to get copyright struck. And so yeah, we'll go from there. So without a further ado, let's get into it. Canada won against their first match in the AmeriCup 2025 against Venezuela, 88 to 54. So it was a good shellacking. The key thing is number one, Gambageli played a phenomenal match as the center. You know, he's one of the main centers that we have. We do lack height, especially with Zach Edey not being part of this tournament. Um, he is going to be very important moving forward throughout this tournament, keeping him on the floor in different ways. Now, how is Canada combating the guards? Or sorry, combating the lack of size, I should say. Number one, through really good guard play, through guys like Trey Bell-Haynes, who almost had a double-double with 13 points and 9 assists, as we can see right here in the second line right here. Whoops, I'm gonna bring that back up. So that's Trey Bell-Haynes. And, you know, of course, with having two really solid wings, including Leonard Miller, who's basically 6'10", 6'11". Leonard Miller went 7 of 11. He did not get to the line more than once. He was 0 from 2 from 3, but from the 2-point range from inside, he was basically 7 of 9. Really helps to have that long wingspan, and he poured in 14 points at that on just 11 shots. He also was able to rebound the ball, and so they're gonna they're gonna rely very heavily on their wings to do that, and that is going to be the trick and the key to the doing well and going far in this tournament. He poured in 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block. Had a really, really solid game, but he was not one of the best from the box plus minus standpoint. That honor goes to the man, the myth, the legend, Kyshawn George, who put in 18 points on 13 shots. You know, from deep, he was 4 of 7, and, you know, he just did his thing. So that's really where it comes in. They were able to have him play the maximum amount of minutes with 29 and keep everyone else's minutes kind of low. And then obviously you can see based on how the minutes are, they're staggering a little bit of Leonard Miller and Kyshawn George. They'll always have some sort of NBA talent on the floor. Cam McGilly will kind of fill in the spots where he needs to go. We're going to just look again. So if we look at Canada and their shot chart, again, it is mainly threes and layups. You're going to see a couple of guys, you know, here and there do their thing. But yeah, I'm just going to take this off and look at the key guys that we just talked about just now for Team Canada, just to see where exactly they got their shots. So again, Leonard Miller missed everything from deep, but around the hoop, and as soon as he gets paint touches, he's able to excel and do really well. And then from the other standpoint, which would be George, and sorry, it's just going to take me a while to find George, who's at the very bottom. You see it's a little bit more peppered all over the court, but he did a lot of his damage from deep, especially beyond the arc. But it's a nice balanced attack. So yeah, that's probably the first thing that I want to kind of go through. If we're going through each of the quarters here, and we'll try to go through here. It doesn't show the quarters, but overall, Canada shot from deep almost 50%. You know, I am rounding up a bit, but they shot 46.4% from deep. They shot over 50% from the field, almost 55% with 54.8. The key thing that they need to improve on is this number right here, similar to the Raptors. If you're going to get to the line, you can't be making only just under 54%. You have to be bumping that up to around 70%. So if you're going to the line 13 times, you should be making at least 10 of those shots. So yeah, that would be something to like look forward, moving forward. And yeah, so let's just look at a couple other things. So again, these are just some photos, some video. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because Zoom is kind of a little bit wonky sometimes, but that's George hitting from deep. So we're going to see a couple of these Canadian highlights here. Great shot. And then Kyshawn kind of isoing into a nice skip pass out to the just above the break in the corner. That would be Leonard Miller doing his thing on the break. Really good stuff. Swing, boom, nice. You can see, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, like you could see how big he is compared to the other guy. And again, in the NBA, he's 6'10" or whatever, 6'11", but like you can see how much bigger he is compared to the guys around him. Really impressive stuff, really good stuff. So yeah. Okay, so Jonathan Chen, he put in, yeah, the senior men's national team wings put in 6 stocks, 4 steals, 2 blocks through 3 quarters. Really impressive stuff again. I'm just gonna keep kind of outlining that for sure. Liben, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but he posts a lot about Team Canada. So he made some interesting posts. Again, these are the stats for George, of course. So really, really good stuff. 18 points, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 4 of 7 from deep, 7 of 13 from the field. So yeah. Going here, again, nasty block from George. So let's look at this finish right here. So again, going back, we see an attack. Good block using his length from George to block that, deny the offensive action, and then on the other side, boom, Leonard Miller in transition, able to attack the hoop with ease. Good stuff from both guys. That's it. That's all. I would normally play these, but again, I'll let you all go to FIBA Basketball. They post highlights, of course. I don't want to risk getting some sort of copyright strike, but that is my update for this tournament. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope everyone is good, and stay locked in on Basketball Rewind. We will have more updates going into the NBA season and covering as much basketball related content as we can. All right, take care. Peace.